Welcome to Snowdonia National Park, and behind me in the clouds is Tryfan. Now this is a solo wild camp. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go yet, but I'll be around the area of Llyn Idwal, near the Idwal slabs in the Glyders, or the base of the Glyders in Snowdonia National Park, Wales. As we all set up, a little bit of lull in the rain. It's promised heavy rain tonight, but there's my view. In the brain of my rucksack, I carry bits and bobs. I just call them bits and bobs. In this lunch box thing that I got off eBay. It's very lightweight, it doesn't really weigh anything. It's actually insulated as well. I wouldn't say it's waterproof, it's certainly water resistant. It's handy to keep everything in there. Now I've just got in the tent now, and it's pouring down with rain, so I sat sort of in the vestibule and took all my wet clothing off, and I've stashed them down the side there so they're not in the tent. However, inevitably some bits of water are going to get in the tent. And with me having a down sleeping bag, before I pull everything out and set it up, one of the things I bring with me is this sort of microfiber towel here. So all my wet kit now is off in the vestibule. I'm in my dry clothing, and I'm just going to wipe all the water off out the tent using this towel before I get the sleeping bag out and everything like that. Settle and go outdoors. Another thing I do in the Akto is I put my rucksack, once I've taken everything out that I need, I put it at the base. Two reasons really. One is I have a tendency to slide down the end, or certainly the previous mat I had used to slide down the end, so it stops that happening. And also because I've got a down sleeping bag, it would stop the end of the sleeping bag touching the tent should condensation be on the inside, although I have never had the problem with condensation on the inside of the inner tent. It usually is on the inside of the outer part of the tent. Like I said, it's never caused me any problem. I'm 5'10". I've got the X-Therm sleeping mat fully extended, and there's still room at the end here. I can lie flat on this with that rucksack there and still have my arms behind my back, so anybody who tells you any different, I'm not sure what sort of tent they have. And that rucksack there, that's a 105 litre Zenith Osprey rucksack, so you're not going to get much of a larger rucksack than that, and it doesn't force the inner tent to press against the outer in case you were concerned that it would rub and maybe cause a leak like old canvas tents, but no, there's still plenty of a gap there. So that's one of my tips. It's only the second time I've used this X-Therm mat. And when you put it up and just lie on it now, you just fall asleep. It's like lying on a radiator. It's lovely. You just wouldn't need a sleeping bag. I mean, in the summer, you definitely wouldn't need a sleeping bag lying on this. It's lovely. I'll see you later. The cook set I've brought with me on this camp is something I've sort of seen. It's a bit of a combination of what I've seen on YouTube as a nesting set. Now this orange like bag here, this actually comes with a Tokes 550 mug, but it fits the MSR Titan kettle perfectly, and it's difficult to do with one hand. So this is the MSR Titan kettle. It's a great kettle. I think it's 850 millilitres. So that's the bag that the Tokes 550 comes with. And inside I've got the Tokes 550 mug with the lid. The lid fits on. And it holds the gas canister I'm going to use. And I just put it in this netting here just to stop it rattling around. It's one of those 100 or 110 gram gas canisters. I'm using the MSR ISO Pro, which is more of an all-weather gas. Inside I've got a set of hot lips, stop you burning your lips on the titanium mug, and then I've also got a small piece of cleaning sponge, a non-abrasive cleaning sponge, again to stop rattling and also to help with cleaning. Now you can fit a BRS stove in here, and I have got one, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not overly impressed. The quality's not very good. I mean, it hasn't broke on me, but they're extremely loud, and they're very much affected by wind. I mean, if you look at it and you're breathing on it, it ain't going to heat the water. It's that bad. So I've sacked that idea. Just because you could nest it inside, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I've got plenty of space in my rucksack. So what I'm using is the Soto Windmaster. This is had very good reviews. There's plenty of videos on YouTube if you have a look for it, but it's very much more wind resistant, certainly, than that BRS stove. I wasn't impressed. Yeah, they're very, you know, the BRS stoves are very cheap, very small and light, but they just don't work in the wind at all, whereas this Soto is much better. And all right, I can't nest it in there, but all of this goes compact inside a small bag anyway.
Same yesterday. So what some folk might say, well, let me tell you, in July 2018.
Good morning. Just checked my thermometer. It wasn't a cold night. It went down to about 5 degrees. It's been raining most of the night, which is probably why the temperature kept up. But yeah, I slept like a log. I don't know why they say sleep like a log. I mean, logs don't sleep, do they? But this X-Therm, I really don't want to get. I mean, it's raining now, and I really don't want to get out this tent. I could just lie here. It's absolutely lovely. But I got work to do, so I'm going to go and put the kettle on, make a brew and have some porridge as usual, and then we'll pack up. So I'll see you in a bit.
They need to move, and train companies are being accused of making it hard for passengers.
It's been pouring down with rain all morning, so rather than just pull things out the tent and let it get wet, I've packed everything up inside here, put the rain cover on the rucksack. So all I got to do now is just pack this tent up when I'm outside in some waterproof clothing, and it'll keep the wetting of kit down to a minimum. But yeah, you can do it in an Akto, no problem at all. Everything packed away.
So there we are, all my kit's dry, all packed up, and just the tent to do.